Butler attacking. No good again that time. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Smith outside. Down low. Mozgov. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Shumpert passes to Dellavedova. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Misses off the right iron. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Rose dishes to Noah. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. It's way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Chicago making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Love's checked in for Mozgov. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And he makes both free throws.
And, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Irving misses. Bulls trail by 18. Noah the screen. Outside Rose. Lock at 6. Butler goes in. Shumpert with some nice D.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
Offensive rebound. Love. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
He's been punishing them at the line in this one, going 7 of 8.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Been tremendous, Greg. I mean, both in terms of getting to the stripe and then knocking him down once he's there. And, guys, if a game was coming
now,
down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
That's good from Love, and Cleveland making a change here. Both free throws good from Love.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Gibson with the screen on Irving. Rose goes in. Shumpert with the steal. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cleveland ahead. They finish off the 3rd quarter on a 20-6 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Now Rose. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving at point guard.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
The Cavaliers leading by 18. Smith outside. James outside. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Great D that time from Gibson.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Smith kicks to Irving. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Thompson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland.
Into the lineup for the Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Smith the pass to Thompson. Dishes to Dellavedova. And Thompson throws it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Joakim Noah is checked in for Pau Gasol. Bulls trail by 20. Outside Butler. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. 6 to shoot. To the inside. It's stolen by Smith. Down low. Here's Dellavedova. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that. Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Passes it to Love. The three. And another three for Cleveland.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Noah the screen. Rose goes in, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Dellavedova dishes to Love.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased. Others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Rose. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
To the middle. And Butler sends it back. Rose with the ball. Now Smith defending. Rose passes to Gibson. Butler from outside. Love grabs the board. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Dellavedova. Smith outside. 5 on the clock, and Love has it in the corner. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Love's got 20.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Bulls.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kevin Love. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
LeBron outside. Here's Dellavedova. The shot will not go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Love against Butler. And here is Noah. Butler goes in. Butler can't get that one to fall. Now here's LeBron. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were...
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. We got to see your offense in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same page.
I definitely think so. You know, we got a lot of great players on our team.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now. Kevin Love, a huge factor in the win. He really turned things up in the second quarter to help shift the momentum and give them a major boost heading into halftime.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
How much would every team like to have a big man who's able to do the things that Kevin Love does? He can play close to the bucket. He can spot up from long range, pass, drive the lane, rebound, you name it. I'm glad he didn't hold back tonight. He let it all hang out.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA.
I won't bow down to no man. Not even if you have a